Nice. And here you go. So important interview question, right? Okay. How many ways can we add uh, orchestrator queue items? Okay. Items, and what is the status when we add items to queue? What is the current status of the queue items? Okay, so the answer is first one we can add using add queue item activity. Okay, so all these are activities. Second one is add bulk queue items. Okay, the third one is, what is the third one? Manually upload items to orchestrator queue. Okay, so one last thing is add transaction item. Okay, okay. So when you add queue item, what is the status when we add it to the orchestrator queue?
New.
New.
Exactly,
New.
new status. Status will be set as new from beginning, in the beginning. Okay. Next, when we add bulk queue items, then what will be the status?
New only.
Excellent. So when we manually add items to the queue using orchestrator, what will be the status?
New only, I think.
New only. So when we add items with add transaction item, what will be the status?
In progress.
Exactly. That's what I'm looking for. So thank you so much for answering. That will be in progress. So when we add an item, the output for intra add transaction item will be a queue item. Okay. Will be a queue item or a transaction item in progress state. So we can directly work on it. We need not use get queue item again to get the value. I'll tell you how. So here activity. Okay, people, if you are not able to understand, take a chill pill. You will get all the details in few minutes and will work. Okay, output of this activity will be a queue item. Queue item. So whatever add item that we have added as a data, that will come as a queue item to process. Okay, that's excellent. So if you want to get an item to in progress state, what you need to do here in get queue item?
You need to perform
Transaction status.
performer should fetch the queue.
Get transaction item.
Exactly. Get transaction item is what you need to do. So this is a activity again. So how we have add queue item and add bulk queue items? Get transaction item is a queue. So as a is a activity. So this activity, right, will give how many items? One
One.
transaction item to process. Okay. So the same way that goes with bulk add queue items. The same way that will go with this one. So what happened with this add transaction item? So here we are adding it and it's going in new and we are getting a transaction item. So when we get a transaction item, what will be the status?
In progress.
Excellent. Okay. So now what happened to this particular in transaction, like add transaction item? What is the requirement for that? So we are already getting an item as in progress state. There is no need to get again using get transaction item. Okay, so the first three items we need to use get transaction item to make an item to in progress state, but add transaction item by default it will add it into in progress state. So there is no need for us to add one more item. Am I clear?
Yes.
Okay, so GitHub, let's go with GitHub and let's go with team 6. So RP developer in that list, too many branches are available. I just need to fetch origin. Okay, okay, so POC use case discussion. Okay, so this is my GitHub. So YouTube will get used to using GitHub. So just wait. Show in Explorer. Okay. So if you want or if you have any idea of using GitHub, you can go ahead and use GitHub. So I'm going with my Vajrang folder in the team 6. So let's create a folder called deployment. New folder. Okay, I think this is enough for us. Team 6, week 4. Yeah, week 4. And let's go ahead and create a new process. Simple process. I'm going to create a simple, very simple process. This is deployment demo. Okay, and we are going with this create. So meanwhile, can we also create a deployment sheet for us? Let's understand what is there in deployment sheet as well while we are working with this. Flavia, be ready with your machine because we need to deploy it in your code, in your machine. Okay, so I'm just writing a message box. I'm not doing anything else. Okay, so just a second. Message box. Okay, so what this message box will do, see, I'm not doing any kind of coding at all here. So now dot toString. So this, the code itself will just give me a current date and time as an output in the message box. Other than that, it's going to do nothing. Okay, so can you see? And it will close. Okay, but let's understand what is the deployment method. Okay, so project. So let's go back to our notes. So what are the types of deployments do we have? So there are two ways. Publish code directly from Studio. And when we will do this particular operation? Development stage. Okay. Next one. Publish code by using a NuGet package.
Question, I have one doubt.
Yep. Tell me, please. Please go ahead.
Is the queue items everything is completed? I mean, explanation of that is completed.
Yes, but in this deployment also, once we deploy a single version, we will add one more queue. So that's how we'll go. Like we will increment the process.
Okay.
What is your question, by the way?
No, actually, there are a lot of things in the queue, I think. So that is the question.
Yeah, but we are not going to cover queue concepts here, right? We are going to cover deployments.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. So publish code by using by exporting code in dot NuGet pkg. Okay. So here we have two, and this will be done. Do this in um, UAT phase. So what is UAT? User acceptance testing phase and production phase.
Vajrang, how to access this document?
It's available, and I'm also giving you this LinkedIn, right? In LinkedIn, I'm posting every day. It's open for everyone.
Okay.
Okay, so you can get it. So by the way, this is the same notes will be created for you, but whatever we discuss. But this is important. Okay, and here we go with our code again. Okay, let's create a deployment sheet. So in this, let's add a folder called documentation. New folder. Okay, what this folder gives us? Documentation. Okay, so in this documentation, what kind of document do we need to create? Deployment sheet, new Excel worksheet. So let's give it as deployment sheet. Okay, so when I ask Flavia to deploy, I need to give this sheet to her. Okay, and she need to see the sheet and she need to deploy the code. Okay, so I need to give her all the information that is required. Okay, so I said right, we can or we need to deploy it directly from this publish option. So when we click on publish, okay, there are two options that are available. First thing is custom URL, okay, that is on a particular path, and the second one is orchestrator package. So whatever orchestrator, when you are connected to orchestrator, see here, this is the orchestrator that I am already connected to. This yes, we cloud orchestrator, cloud Vajra QC DOTN default tenant. This is what I'm already connected to, but I don't have Flavia's machine details. Okay, so how can I publish it to her machine? Because that is a production machine. So instead of directly pushing it, I will change it to custom, publish to custom, and here Vajrang packages I have. I am just adding this. Let's see. So Vajrang team 6. Let's create a folder called deployment packages. Okay. So here you go. And I'm selecting this folder. Now I'm selecting this folder and I'll click on publish. So what will be the output for custom publishing? Can anyone tell me what will be the output for custom publishing?
Uh, it will be, it will, the package will be as a nugget package.
Superb. So the package will be as a nugget package. Just a second. Week 4. So I'll just keep the documentation outside because that's not allowing me to run or deploy the code when I am working on. So deployment demo. So documentation I'll keep. Okay. Now I'll deploy this code again. So let's go ahead and publish. Okay, let's go ahead and see what is the output. So what is the output? The output is NuGet package. Okay, so you have some text file, right? Some zip file. In the same way, this will create a library file. That library file type is NuGet package. Okay, here we have options, and if you see, there is a new version that's there by default, and I am just clicking on publish. So here I can directly get the location from where this item got published. Okay, so let me just go ahead and create the Excel deployment sheet for Flavia. So where can we go? Deployment packages. So can you see that there is a deployment package that's created? Guys, please respond back.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the deployment package that's created, and just a second, details. Okay, now I need to give this package along with, okay, if I give this package to Flavia, then how can she know what package need to do? She will not be able to understand, right? So we need to give some instructions like, okay, Flavia, now you do this. Week 4, deployment documentation, deployment sheet. So I will also open my orchestrator and let's see what's there in the orchestrator. So cloud.uipath.com. So how many of you are not able to understand the flow? Please raise the hand. I just need to understand if I'm going too fast. Don't clap, Shiva. If you are clapping, that means that uh, you can. Yeah, okay, got it. Thank you, thank you. So I'm just checking with the chat. So only 2 members are not able to understand. Shiva Sai. Okay. Any more members? So others are all able to get. Okay. So for Priyanka, Ambika, and Shiva Sai, see, I am writing a code that will run in my machine. So if you write a code that will run in your machine, but how the code will be deployed into a different machine. So Ambika, Sai, and
Yes.
Priyanka, you need to talk now. If you don't talk, I cannot help you.
Yeah. Usually we
Mm,
connect to the orchestrator and then
mm,
we publish it, right? So
exactly.
this is something with the packages and
Exactly.
then get in the folders. That is what it is new for me.
Exactly. So what's happening is when you're clicking or when you're publishing directly to Orchestrator,
Yes.
UiPath will itself create a package and it will upload it to our Orchestrator.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. But
The process.
Flavia is my production machine or production
Okay.
member. Now
Oh,
I cannot have access to the production machines.
yes.
Okay. So what should I
Hmm.
do? So I need to give her instructions and also I need to give her the code.
So again, she needs to publish, not we are not publishing.
Exactly.
Okay.
So now that is a production environment. That's completely different. We are creating a scenario such that, okay, Flavia need to do something like this. So what we will
Okay.
do, and we'll create a separate folder, uh, or else, see, if I directly publish it, it will go into the tenant and it will go into the packages. Is it right?
Yes. 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 Yeah.
Okay, in the packages, we can access that particular item. Now,
Yes.
how can we publish it to Flavia's machine?
Yes.
Okay, so for that, what we need to do? First step, what is the first step that we need to do? So we need to give her instructions, right? What she need to do?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so click on tenant. Okay, so after clicking on tenant, what she need to do? So after clicking on tenant, click on packages. Okay,
Okay.
click on packages. So I'm just writing the steps what she need to do. That's it.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, click on upload.
Okay.
Then what she need to do? Browse package file.
Browser. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
now she need to browse package file. Upload package file. So we need to give what is the package name. So what is the package name that we have? So this is the package name, is it right?
Yes.
So we need to give the package name.
Okay.
Okay. Now we have uploaded and given the package. Then what she need to do? So we are also doing
So
it while we are
we create
executing.
the so how we created the package in our shared folder, which can be
Yes.
accessible to her. So then she needs to upload that package.
That can be one of the option, or what we will do is we will also send it over email.
Okay. Fine.
So there is also one more option. We will commit it to GitHub and she will create a package.
Okay. Okay.
So all these options are available. Okay, but we are following one of the option. Okay, so okay, now we got this demo. Click on upload and select. So there is no need to say click on upload, right? So once that is done, then how can we deploy it? Go to production folder. Okay, so what the next step is? Navigate to production folder. Production folder in Orchestrator.
Okay.
Okay, that production folder can be different. Like Flavia can have her own folder. My folder is this one. This yessavi@outlook.com modern workspace. This is my folder.
Yes.
Okay. Now, do I need any assets for this?
No.
No, right? So I'll just
Yes.
go with the steps. So click on process. Go to automations, or you can when we are navigating home, you can say that navigate to automations. Navigate automations. So we're just giving out instructions. Whatever she require, we just need to give it. Okay. Click on
So
add
if
process.
as of now you're doing in your system, so still she be able to do in her system too?
No, no, we are just giving instructions. So whatever we are writing, she need to do in her system.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So next, once we add it, we need to select a package. So what package do we need to select? Okay. So here we are not getting the package. I just don't know why. So let's go back and see why are we not getting a package. So manage packages. So deployment unattended is what we have. So let's go back, processes. So add a process and okay, we are not having the package. So let's also click or click to add package. Let's drop a package over here. Let's see. Okay, and we'll submit it. Okay, package uploaded successfully. So she can select the package now. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
select the deployment demo package. So what is the name? Deployment demo. Let's go with select deployment demo. Demo. So normally this everything will be done by UiPath Studio automatically, but we are doing completely manually now because we don't have production orchestrator access.
Okay.
So what is the package version that we are sending out? Select package version 0.1.1. Version 1.
Margina,
Yes, tell me.
yeah, I had a doubt here.
Tell me.
Like, will there be separate orchestrators for separate environments like
Yeah,
test
so
development and
it can be
or
different. There can be different ways how a organization does it. If they want separate orchestrators, they can have it. Or we have default tenant, right? Instead of default tenant, they can have one more tenant called production. They can have one more tenant called UAT. So it's completely dependent on how a organization sees it.
okay, so if we keep separate orchestrators, then the licensing cost would be more, right?
Exactly, that's correct.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay. So for that, what they will do is they will deploy one orchestrator and they will create separate tenants. Okay, so let's go back to our deployment and we are selecting this and so entry point is main, right? Entry point is main, no need to select anything. Click on next. Okay, so package deployment demo, if there are any libraries, then package requirement, then it is showing. Click on next. Also, now process details. So we need to add process details. So what are the process details we need to add here?
Sorry, Vajranji, I'm not able to see your screen.
Oh, is it for everyone or only for you? Any
We are able to.
others? Okay, you please log out and log in again. Update process details. Okay, so what's there in the process details? Let's go ahead and see. So update process details, what's there? Add process name. So we just need to add new, so the POC name. So POC automation. Okay, so this is what we are asking Flavia to recreate it. So let's go ahead and do it. So this is the process name. So description not required, and you can click on create. Is it right? Click create. So what will happen? It will just create the process. Okay, so first what we do, so when a question is asked, how will you deploy it? So here, this is what you need to say. First, we will create a deployment sheet or a deployment sheet where we will mention each and every step, how a person need to deploy it. And in that, we will mention first, we will upload the orchestrator, we'll upload the package to orchestrator tenant. Then we will go into the folder and we will create a process. Okay, now how to start a job. So this is done. We have created a process. Now we'll start a job. So how to do start a job? That's what we'll see. Now go to jobs. Okay. Now we will say navigate jobs. Navigate to jobs. Okay. So after navigating to jobs, click on start. Okay. Then select the process name. Okay. So select process. So what is the process name? POC automation. Okay. So after selecting POC automation, then execution target. Select the execution target. So allocate automatically or allocate dynamically is what we have. Or if we have any machine, we can select that. So any machine, instead of any machine, select a particular machine. Job priority is normal and runtime license is production unattended. That's fine. So account we need to select. So how will we know account details and all?
From
Sorry, what
PDD
is
or
the account
PAH.
here?
Account is my local machine. This is the machine name. So for
Okay,
you, you will have your machine name.
okay, okay.
Okay, account. So machine, any machine, instead of any machine, it will be workspace machine. Select workspace machine. Okay, so if I give this one, will Flavia be able to create Bajrang as well as Bajrang SAV machine? Just say that. So here we have workspace.
So
She
this
will
is
not
your machine. So for
exactly,
her, it will be her machine.
exactly. Now this should be changed to prod machine. Okay, but as a developer we will get to know before we deploy or before we schedule a call, like which machine and which account do we need to create this particular process. So a team manager or team lead will see which where this process need to be deployed, because in that machine there can be multiple processes that are already running, right? We cannot deploy to the same machine. For example, if Flavia already has 10 processes running in her machine, I cannot have, as a team lead, I will not encourage to add this machine as well due to the dependency of the process. I will use a different machine. So I will give these details to developer. Okay. So who will give these details? Account name and select options. Who will give these details? Guys, please speak.
BA.
No, business analyst will not have these details. Team
Team
lead
lead.
or solution
Team
architect.
leader.
Team leader or solution architect, because those are the people who are maintaining these details, right? Select host name. So whatever it is, select that. Okay. So now all this will happen when it is unattended mode. But if it is development mode, so all these details are not required. Okay. So let's go ahead and go back to production and then hit on start. Okay. The last step is click start. So what happened as soon as I click start? Can you see a pop-up with current date and time?
Yes.
Okay. So when I click on start, the process got executed. Okay. Now, did you understand how the process went?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So now here goes my email. Okay. I'll go back to my Teams. Okay. Close file. Close file. So let's go back to Flavia. So in Teams, in Team 6, let me just give back new conversation at Flavia. Uh, please use deployment sheet and package uh, for POC automation deployment. Thanks, Vajram. Okay. Along with this, I will add upload from computer. So what are the details that I need to add? So deployment demo. So NuGet package I need to add.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And
Deployment sheet.
one more thing. What is that? Deployment
Deployment sheet.
Deployment
sheet.
sheet.
So upload from computer. So let's go ahead and see this deployment sheet. But guys, were you able to understand or get the details now? Like how things are getting moved? Like what are we exactly
Yes.
doing? Why do we need to at least create this particular package? You're able to understand everything, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, Vajra.
cool. Okay, now let's save it. Now all to you, Flavia. Please share the screen and you need to take handover completely. I'm not sure why Abjit machine is showing me. Okay. Flavia, are you sharing the screen? Excellent. Okay, guys, observe carefully. Now what Flavia need to do? See, whatever message that I have sent, treat it as like a email. Okay, so Flavia, go back to Teams on the left Teams. Yes. So can you see the message at the bottom? You will have Team 6. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. You did not get a message.
So,
Okay, let me just give it one-on-one to you. Okay. Okay, sorry, I did not push that send button. Sorry. I created the mail, but I didn't send the push button. Okay. So you download these two items in your local machine. Download. So don't click on preview. There are three buttons, right? Click on that and you can download. Okay, close it. This will be downloaded. Okay, close it. Close it. Close it. Yeah. So deployment sheet. Click on the three buttons. Three dots. Three dots. Download. So now we have a deployment call. Okay, guys, till now whatever we are doing is a demo, but right now let's treat it as a deployment call. Okay, so Flavia and I are connected, and you all are stakeholders. So Flavia, can you please go ahead and use the deployment sheet and create a package for us, please? Reply back, Flavia. If you cannot reply, then how can I understand?
Okay, sir.
But Flavia, you don't have any information. Why are you not telling that?
Yes, no.
Okay, can you please reply back stating that there is no data in the deployment sheet?
So this is okay.
Okay, that's fine. Replace. Okay, then I have sent my reply or email. Please check. No, I mean to say in the Teams.
Okay. Yes, sir. Now it is available.
You have all the data?
Yes.
Okay. So, Flavio, can you please follow the steps and create the package or run the process for us? Ajay, are you talking? Not sure. There is
Sorry,
a
sorry,
lot
Ajay.
of disturbance. Flavia, the dog barking is from you or from someone else? If it is from you, that's fine, or else we'll ask someone to keep themselves in mute. Guys, everyone, please go on mute. So, orchestrator, go to homepage. Okay. Click on IT, Flavia.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. So, what's the first step? Go back to the.
Click on tenant.
Okay. Click on
Uh,
tenant. Click on packages. Mhm. Okay. Make it fast. So we need to deploy it in
Click
within
on
2 minutes.
upload. Sir, is it
Yeah, click on packages that can be upgraded, but it will not upgrade because there is no previous package.
okay? Production.
See, production itself, in the sense, you can go to your folder. That's what I'm saying. So click on
Uh,
workspace or IT folder, where your bot is connected to. IT folder, is it IT folder?
yes.
Okay. Then,
Um,
yep. Go back to the sheet.
Sir,
Click on next, Flavia. You'll get processing.
can I add POC?
See, whatever there in the document, add that.
Sir, no. Sir, here now process is added.
You need to click on start. Did I not mention that?
Yes.
Instead of prod account, you can select your account. Because I haven't seen your machine, right? If I would have seen, then I would have added so Flavia Johnson. Okay. Machine, also select the machine. Yep. No need to select that. Don't click the checkbox. Okay, the state is pending. Can you open UiPath Assistant in your local machine, please? Refresh. So where do we have this debugging and debugging to?
That is my process. I created for
Okay.
that.
So can you please give me the access? Okay, I cannot get the access because you're joining. See, this is the problem we'll have. I will not be able to access your machine if you're joining from browser. But can you please refresh it once? See, this went in pending state. Okay. Can you please check why this went in pending state? And
Sir, I think my orchestrator connected is
hmm,
another. It's the wrong one, I think.
okay. So can you connect your orchestrator in that, please?
I
Go to
have to
your
log.
go to no no go to your UiPath assistant. Yeah, log out. Click on that FJ. Yep. As preferences, give the same ID or URL. Orchestrator settings. Yeah. Click on that. So this is correct, Flavia. I am not sure why this is coming like this. This is default tenant, right? IT. Yeah,
Yes.
I think that was correct. Default tenant. So here you have default tenant, but there on the top you have in the URL you can see that's there as
Yes. Sir.
IT. Okay, click on
No,
sign.
this is different. Uh,
Okay, okay.
um,
Click on disconnect and sign out. And can you connect it once for us? Can you connect the machine? Yeah. Please give out the URL and machine. So that is independent PXUV something. Yep, that's the URL. Okay.
Yes.
Hit enter. Okay, what is the machine key? Go to machines in the tenant settings on the top. No, no, machines, tenant, yeah, tenant. Go to tenant, machines, yeah. So which one is yours?
This.
First one, yeah. Copy the on the right side you have copy key, right? Copy that. Okay, go back and paste. Hopefully this should get connected. Connect. Press OK, and then remove orchestrator from it. Just keep it till IT. Yeah. So now we deployed it into orchestrator. Now we have scheduled it, or you can say that. Uh, okay, can you see the message?
Yes.
So did I write a first thing for everyone? Did I write a code in Flavia's machine or production machine? Yes or no? Okay, everyone, please comment. Please unmute and talk. The demo is completed, and we are able to successfully deploy it within the stipulated time. Flavia, can you please reply back to everyone, to stakeholders, stating that the deployment is successful? Yes. Okay. And I'll reply back stating that. Okay, so here is my reply back to you. I just replied back. Okay, so see, I've just created a deployment scenario here, nothing else. Okay, so we need to make sure that other persons gets all the information and they can deploy it. So while deployment, what was the issue that we faced? So now I'll share my screen. Let me just give out. Okay, and here you go. So here is my sheet. Okay, types of deployments, production. So what are the steps that we did?
We created the deployment sheet with all the steps.
First thing is we created a NuGet package
Yeah.
with committed code. Next, what is the next step that we did?
Update all the details in the sheet with the machine
Update
name,
all
package name,
details in
jobs.
deployment sheet. So one thing, did you get did you get an idea? What if that is this simple? If I just need to add a package and I just need to create a machine, then why do I need to have the separate machine? If a person is already if a person knows all these details, then they can do it on their own, right? If I just give them a package, why do we need to create this deployment sheet?
Maybe it's in the shared or it's in the Citrix machine where you do not have access, the client have access.
Not exactly. See, in a general scenario, now Flavia knows the details and she did it. Now Flavia resigns her job and she goes to a different organization. Now someone else takes a handover. Now they will ask you, where did you create this sheet? Where did you create this deployment? Where are those details? How can she make a handover? Where is the record that this is this is where the production deployment code is updated? Now, when you create this deployment sheet, can you get all the details in here?
Yes.
Okay.
But what it be like too many deployments and there are too many sheets and it will create confusion?
Every deployment need a sheet for sure.
Okay.
There is no other way. Okay. Let's say that you have deployed 100 process. You cannot exempt one of the process stating that this is simple, right? Every process need to have some deployment. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Next, check for any issues uh, for executing the process. Okay. So I will just upload or I will just add all these steps. So I'll just add all the borders and just copy sample deployment steps. Okay. So I have this details. Okay. Can you see all the steps now?
Yes.
I have added that to here. So no need to check with this deployment sheet. You can directly go. So that's it for one today. But let's do one last thing. Okay, create triggers. So how many triggers do we have?
Two.
What are those?
Time trigger and queue trigger.
Okay. So right now let's do with a time trigger and so Flavia, please share your screen again. But before doing that, see, a trigger is something that will schedule a job. It will tell when the bot should run. Okay, add a new trigger, and here we can see the time zone, and we can select the item. Or did you share the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Just a second, please. Let me explain. Close it, and then you can share.
Okay.
Okay. So here, there can be multiple things: minutes, hours, daily, weekly, monthly, advanced. Okay. So let's add those minutes. Okay. Hours, daily, monthly, advanced. Okay. So minutes, when you select minutes, it is meant that okay, for every 2 minutes you can run this process. For every 1 minute, for every 60 seconds, for every 15 minutes, you can run this process. Hourly, every hour you can run this process at uh, 10 minutes. So every 1 hour at 15 minutes. So it will start at 12:15, 1:15, 2:15, like that. Okay. Daily, it will every day at what hour? Every day it will start, but it will runs only once at in a day. Weekly, you can select how many weeks are there. Like for example, I can select Monday, Friday. I need to run at 6 hours, at 6 hours and 6 minutes. So can you understand this? How triggers are getting generated? The times.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if I want to run it monthly, I will select every 4 months or every 1 month or every 12 months. So every 12 months means yearly once. Okay, so that's how I need to select it. And every 12 months, every Monday, every Tuesday, like that, we can select. Okay, one last thing. What is this cron expression?
There are some special characters which is used to make an expression. Uh,
So this is the interview question that every interview will have. Okay, so what are cron expressions? So cron expressions are like a, a query, or you can say it's the instruction that we can give. So UiPath cron expression. So if we want to run the process at one specific day at a specific time, then you can go with cron expression. So it goes something like this. You already have the documents for that. We'll discuss that in later in detail. But what we'll do is we'll just give out the cron expression, and I'll just quickly help you out because you are going into interviews, right? So this will be helpful. So the cron expressions goes like this. The string will be like this: seconds, minutes, hours of the day, month of the year, and the year. So this is what we will have in a cron expression. Okay, so in the seconds, so this is the structure. So in the seconds, it meant that, okay, I want it to run in every 15 seconds. Okay, space, minutes, every 10 minutes. Okay, and fourth hour on daily basis, it should run on at 4 a.m. 10 minutes and 15 seconds, it should run day of the hour. Okay, day of the hour can be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I can schedule like Friday. Okay, so month of the day is month is January, Jan, and I can keep a star. So what this meant to be. So can you please understand or see the structure? So first we have seconds, minutes, hours of the day, month, okay, month, day of the week, year. So here I am mentioning that every year I need to run in Jan on Friday. So if Jan has a Friday, on every Friday, it should run at 4 hours, 10 minutes and 15 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, so if I want to write such complex expressions, I can write like this using cron expressions. But if I want to just schedule it daily, monthly, hourly, I can do it directly, right? In the in UiPath triggers, there is no need for cron expressions.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so if I want to write such kind of cron expressions, or else if business says that, okay, I don't want to run this process on every Monday, but I want to run it on every Tuesday and Friday, Friday in the month of January and March, okay, on 4th hour and the 6th hour. So such kind of complex expressions we can write with cron expressions. Okay, let's stop. I don't want to confuse you. I deliberately did that. But let's go with Flavia. How many of you understood the last 10 minutes of the session? Please be frank and tell.
Yes, we understood.
Please unmute and talk. Were you able to understand last 10 minutes at least?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Vajra.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Flavia, let's run every 5 seconds. Go to folder, IT folder. Yep. Triggers. Triggers. Add a new trigger. Yep. Select a process. Give the name. Uh, POC. Yep. 5 minutes. Automation every 5 minutes. Every 5 seconds. Sorry. Every 5 seconds. Okay. So here the problem is you cannot you cannot run a process with less than a minute by
Yes.
default. So at that condition, then you can go with cron expression.
Advanced.
Advanced cron expression. So let's go with minutes. Every 1 minute, let's run this process. Keep it to 1. No, don't go to advanced. Go to minutes and then select 1. Okay. Okay. Then select the process, please. On the left side, select a process. Process name. Yeah. POC automation and production license is unattended. Now, can you see that any user and account is there? You can select one user. Select your name and account. Same process. Flavia, machine you can select. Yep. And then add it. So if you have seen, there is also an option to stop the trigger automatically after 10 runs. So there is also an option for us, like, okay, we ran for 3 months, then we need to stop it. You can also schedule that in the orchestrator if you know it upfront. Okay, so let's wait for Flavia bot to execute the process. Where can you see the process execution? Go to jobs. Okay, let's wait. It's showing few seconds, right? This will run. Go to UiPath assistant. Okay, can you see the process got updated? Click on OK. Now once it's done, again in 1 minute it will start. There is a hand raise. Do anyone want to ask any question? Or else our training for today is completed. How many of you learned new things today? Please say that.
Sir, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll call the names. Just say that. Flavia, did you understand or learn new things today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, did you understand the complete deployment process?
Yes.
Okay, and do you have any more questions in the interview? Can you please can you tell everything that you did?
Yes. I'm not sure, but want to work on it. Okay.
Definitely, go ahead and work on it. So Ajay, you missed today, or else we would have made you to do it. Ajay,
Yes, Vajan.
did you understand the process?
Yes, Vajan. Yes, Vajan.
Okay, apply for the jobs. Don't wait.
Sure, sure. Okay, Vajan.
Okay, Vicky Sharma, what about you?
Yeah.
Yeah, understood. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Surabhi, Uma, did you understand cron expressions today or not?
Yes, Mr.
Okay. Okay, guys, if you don't have any questions, thank you so much for joining. This is your Vajrang signing off. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank you,
great
sir.
day.
You too.